Believing on God is a state of being. This is the hardest one to try to explain. The reason why I say it's a state of being is because it almost feels like you don't know anything. And it's because you, in some sense, you don't. And this is why I say it's a state of being. I want to say the best way to explain it is you're in a delusion, but you're not deluded, right? You're not delusional. That's the problem, right? This is what makes Christianity somewhat crazy. Not even Christianity, right? Take religion out of it. Christianity is true, but God, the reason why I'm saying delusion, right? The reason why I'm using that word is because it has nothing to do with you. And this is why I say it's a state of being. It's because you, like, and I always say this to people, it's like a trust fall. You have to let go, right? One of my songs that I reimagined recently was the song Let It Go. And that song perfectly represents what you have to do. You have to let go of yourself, which sometimes it could be a multitude of things, but whatever's driving you, whatever's controlling you, whatever's dictating your life, you don't suspend it completely. But to have faith and to believe is to place most of that willpower, most of what drives you on something that you can't fully comprehend. And this is why I said, to some degree, it's somewhat of a delusion, because you can't completely grasp God. God comes in to your life in some sense and does things that sometimes you can't even share with other people because it's only unique to you. This is why God told me that he speaks to everyone uniquely, because some people can't even notice that God's speaking to them because they haven't suspended that part of their life spiritually. I guess spiritually is what I'm talking about. And it's hard for most people to grasp the spiritual aspect of life in the way that Christians do, or the people that actually have tapped in with God, because we're so focused on the mental all the time. I have to experience it with my five senses and this and blah, 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 which you do, but at the same time, you don't. You never know how God's going to interact with you in life. You never know what he's going to do. You really don't. And this is why I say you're not delusional, but it feels like that if you're not tapped in spiritually, if you haven't surrendered yourself, if you haven't let go of yourself, it's almost unimaginable. This is why people call Christians crazy. This is why they say they're delusional. This is why they say they're weak, because they can't comprehend them, because it doesn't make sense to someone who is carnally minded, someone who's spiritually dead. They can't grasp it because there's nothing for them to grasp. You have to surrender yourself. You have to believe. That's the only way to grasp God. That's why I say it's a state of being.